Jacob Kirkbride, SAFC Fan TV. Joining me now is Tom from 4-0 Written All Over It, Pompey's fan channel. Tom, you must be absolutely delighted with that win today. Tactically figured us out, and you got your game plan spot on for 90 minutes from the first whistle. You played with a high press, and a lot of our players just couldn't cope with that today.
I'm absolutely buzzing, mate. We went into this knowing that you were the best defence, arguably, in the entire EFL at the moment. You've had such a fantastic start to the season. I was really, really nervous coming into it because I thought, wow, they've like let in one goal, and that was a penalty in the opening seconds against Bristol Rovers. And since then, they've been nigh on perfect. And we have had a really kind of dodgy start. We haven't yet found our feet. I would argue that we have done now. That result's really kind of given us some oomph, and we had a great game against Gillingham in the week as well. But today, I thought, as you've just said in your question, we set up really well. I wouldn't like to speak out of turn, but I think we sussed you out. I don't know how we did it, but I think we did. And yeah, when you look at the team sheet, you think, oh, Charlie Wykes on the pitch, ex-Pompey Chris Maguire, Luke O'Nien, who's caused us so much problems at Fratton Park. I was thinking, oh, here we go again. Stadium of like no fans. It's going to go their way and it's going to be an embarrassment. But it wasn't. And yeah, it just shows our star quality really, and how good we can be when we play like that. And hopefully long may it continue. I do really feel for Sunderland because I've had many messages. I was streaming earlier, I had some great messages from really kind of sensible Sunderland fans going, well, fair play to you. I mean, you were the better team, as it were. I think we were, but I'd also say fair play to Sunderland because you scored an excellent goal, which we fell asleep for. Yeah. You were also knocking on the door for almost all of the game. And there was a period in the second half where I thought, oh, actually, they might equalise here and get back into it. Luckily, you didn't. I think the penalty was a penalty. That's probably one of your questions,
really?
But I don't.
I don't think.
I think the referee had a.
He went down looking for that a little bit. I thought, but I just knew it wasn't going to be our day with some of the free kicks that the referee was giving for you guys. But it's just one of those occasions. You get one decent ref one week, and then the next you get a ref that in the view of our fans is absolutely abysmal. But yeah, fair play. You had the luck of the draw today.
Yes, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that.
But sticking with your live stream, a couple of Newcastle United fans on there wanting to throw some digs, but I don't know why they were tuning into that really. Just shows that they've got more interest in us than their own team. But yeah, just in the middle of the park, particularly, I thought, is it Tom Naylor for you guys? He was just winning every single second ball, and like Max Power and Josh Scowen just were out battled against someone like him. He was just dictating the play in the middle.
Yeah, he's massively underrated by an awful lot of Pompey fans. I think he's a real playmaker. He's our captain. He does so much that goes unnoticed for the team, and I'm glad you've spotted that as an opposing fan today, because I've always been a person as a Pompey fan and with arguably a little bit of a following, but not like massive in terms of to spread the message. But I've always been a massive advocate for Tom Naylor to say, look, he is top drawer. Yes, he makes mistakes. He gave away a couple of goals a couple of weeks ago for us, but he is the playmaker and he is one of the key ingredients to our supposed success at the minute. And I think hopefully he can keep this form that he's found. He played really well today, as you said. And I think we very much dominated the middle of the park, which in a game like this in League One, I think you need to do. And therefore, if you are dominating in the middle of the park, you more often than not go on to win the game, don't you? So I think that's one area where we really kind of bettered you in that respect. I'm sorry to say it. I think we were. But yeah, Tom Naylor's class. Long may it continue, and I hope we keep him in January.
Yeah, and I think you guys should be really excited with the strike partnership you have up top at the moment with Marcus Harness and John Marquis. Just the pair just link up so well and like making movement off each other, and particularly for the first two goals you scored today, it was just superb movement. Even though we were forced into the mistakes, you still have got to do the hard bit and supply the finishes, and you guys did that.
Yeah, it's on Marcus Harness, and particularly Harness, because I think John Marquis, he's the poacher, he's the goal scorer, but Harness is, I think he's still our top goal scorer this season. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think he must be. He scored today.
Yeah, he likes it at the Stadium of Light, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He likes opening the scoring at the Stadium of Light. Yeah, no, he's top draw. He's our best player at the moment, Marcus Harness. He's hit form. He played incredibly well against Burton Albion away. Yeah, he's just such an incredible talent, and is just the vision that he has and the way he can just make that. I think that ball, I think it was John Marquis's goal. That ball through from him was top draw.
Yeah.
And his finish early on in the game as well, it was just unbelievable. Obviously, you got one back quite quickly, but I thought Harness was my man of the match today. And yeah, the link between, especially, I think I'll bring Michael Jacobs into this as well. I think his play with Harness alongside Marquis, I think, is really starting to work now, and the team is gelling nicely. And yeah, it's a great partnership we've got going on there.
Where do you think your side will go on from this win today? Do you still think Pompey will be right up there come the end of the season?
We've got to make this one pay. I mean, we've had a great week. Gillingham away is normally our bogey team. We had a great result against them on Tuesday. And then today is massive for us. As it would have been if it was the other way around for you. I'd say you'd go, oh, that's a massive result as well. So, and I said before the game, I think this was quite easily a Premier League fixture a couple of years ago. And in my view, it's the biggest fixture in League One of the calendar. I know people might argue with that, but I think it is. So yeah, massive win. Got to build from this. We've got Charlton next weekend, so that's another big game for us.
Big game,
yeah, we carry this form through. And I think I said it in my stream. If we can play, I was buzzing in the stream, so sorry if I came across a bit arrogant about it. I was just so
nice. I don't blame you. If I was in your position, mate, I'd be exactly the same. I'll tell you.
Yeah. So I just say, yeah, just keep up the form and keep. If we play the way we did today, I think we could comfortably beat any team in the division. And I really believe that. And to answer your question, I think yes, we'll be in and around it. On the back of today, I think we could be looking at automatics, if not playoffs, and then this year's got to be our year.
Who would you give your man of the match to, a Portsmouth player today? Because
today for me is Marcus Harness. Not but just because of the goal, but just the way he played. I'll also say we've discussed it, but Tom Naylor was top draw today. Arguably, Sean Raggett did an awesome job defending some of the balls in from you boys. So I think he'd be up there. So if I could give man of the match to 11 players, Jacob, I really would. If it was my decision. But if I had to go for one, I'd go for Marcus Harness purely for the reason he scored. And then just his work on and off the ball is superb. It's top class.
Yeah, even your defense, like when we came out for the second half, all guns blazing, like your back line, like really coped with the pressure, I thought, and just kept a solid unit at the back. And also I thought you guys, every single set piece you had, I touched this with you on your halftime live stream, every set piece you had, you just looked like you were going to score. You've got some players who can definitely whip in a decent cross.
Yeah, it's Lee Brown mostly on the set pieces, and Curtis if he's on the pitch to take them. It's about being good in all areas, isn't it? And if you can get set pieces down in this league, if you can take those chances when you get them in front of goal. Yeah, I think we won it on set pieces today. And as you said, we look dangerous every time we're on a set piece. I thought that for you, actually, to be fair. I thought when I think it was Gooch that was standing over one of them, and then there's Charlie Wyke there as well. You think, oh, crikey, this could go anywhere. But
we got it all wrong today. I mean, in the first half, with the key positions we had just outside of the box, Josh Scowen was taking our free kicks, and it should be Chris Maguire. I would say he's the best person in that team. Him probably alongside Grant Ledbetter that can put a decent ball into the box. And I think now we know because we've got a tough game at Rochdale on Tuesday. I will say it will be tough because they'll be looking at our result today and thinking we need to take advantage of that. But at the same time, Phil Parkinson, he needs to get his team selection right and also his tactics right in order for us to come out with a decent result. But back to you guys. You should be absolutely delighted with that win today. It could, I hope that it doesn't put you on a good run because we need definitely results to drop now. But we do have to take into account that we've played a game less than the rest of the top five. But I think that game's Blackpool at home just before Christmas, so it's still a long time to go to that. But Anyway, you guys were fantastic today. You deserved the win, and all I can say is I wish you all the best for the future.
Thanks, mate. Commiserations to you. And yeah, I think you easily deserve Championship, if not Premier League football, don't you? I think you could say the same about ourselves. So yeah, I'd love to see us both be in and around there come the end of the season. We'll discuss, no doubt, Jacob, on the return fixture between the two of us, where we are at that point, who knows? But hopefully we're both in and around it. And best of luck. Hope things get back to winning ways for you soon. And thanks for chatting to me, mate.